After a year's delay, the Aaron Rodgers Jets are finally here. Have you ever seen that picture of the cockpit of an airplane that goes around? Usually with a caption about sending it to your friends to see how many of them think they could land it? Well, over the last few years, it's felt like operating a jet is similar to operating the jets. A lot of people think they could do it, but anyone who's got behind those controls has seemed hopeless. That is, until Aaron Rodgers showed up. The pilot they've needed, he's led a serviceable offense with explosive potential behind what should be a top-line defense. The Jets defeated the Patriots this past Thursday and, despite a sluggish showing against the 49ers in the season opener, are now 2-1. It's their best early start since 2015. Rodgers finished 27 for 35 for 281 yards and 2 touchdowns. While many highlighted his mobility and efficiency when throwing on the run, especially at 40 years old, I was most impressed by his play on third downs. As a whole, the Jets went 10 for 15 on third down, and when we knocked these down to third downs with 10 yards to go or less, New York looked pretty unstoppable, missing only 2 of 12, both of these coming in the fourth quarter when the game was pretty much put away. And if we zoom in on the miss from New England's 9-yard line, we see that Rodgers actually delivered a beautiful ball that Mike Williams just couldn't secure going to the ground. But don't get it twisted, this incompletion on a third and less than 10 was the outlier, and through New York's second, third, and fourth drives, the offense looked like it had finally entered hyperdrive. Before we dive into the film of the third downs that Rodgers and the Jets actually converted on, I wanted to talk to you guys about the sponsor of this video, SeatGeek. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 events on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. Although I've been completely discouraged about the Browns season after that home opener, a couple wins will absolutely pull me back in. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't looking around on SeatGeek to plan with my friends for the next time this team can break my heart. On the app, you can review a ton of different seating options with real-life stadium views and filter them depending on what you're looking for. And since they put all the tickets across the web in one place, you know you're getting a good deal. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10 with a color-coded rating system, so look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. And if you guys want to get out to a game yourselves, be sure to use my code DOESN'TMATTER for $20 off your first purchase on SeatGeek. Again, that's code DOESN'TMATTER for $20 off your first tickets on SeatGeek. Thank you again to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. Please consider them for your next event and use my code. Doing so indirectly helps my channel grow. Now, back to the video. Let's talk about this 3rd and 6 to start the second quarter. The Jets are running a shallow crosser concept with a stutter go ball with the X receiver on the outside, while the Patriots are playing cover 1 man with 5 guys up at the line. At the snap, watch this safety come down from miles away to match up against the running back, and Rodgers, if he didn't already, has this ID'd as a single high safety coverage with man coverage on the outside. He really wants to hit this deep shot, which does get open, but the line can't hold up. And here's where he really went into his time machine, using his legs to escape out the back door and find Lazard, who's just carrying out the end of his crossing route. His poise here allows him the extra time to find one of his favorite targets, and with the pick from the running back crossing route and the man coverage carrying the cornerback deep, Lazard has tons of space to turn this into a 27-yard gain. On this next one, a 3rd and 5 on the same drive, the Patriots come out in nearly the same pre-snap look with 2 high safeties and 5 up at the line. Check out this safety who is doing nothing out of the ordinary at all, totally acting like a normal safety who will go into normal cover 2 coverage. Spoiler, he'll be dropping down to take the running back. And credit to Nathaniel Hackett or whoever drew up this play, because now the Jets have an even faster man beater on the outside for their X receiver to keep the chains moving. Here, Garrett Wilson will hit a slant route to get in front of the corner, and Rodgers will time his throw as the safety crosses down the field to get to Breece Hall. It's a great concept to have on that side of the field if the defense comes out in the same thing as they did before, which they do here. Now Rodgers doesn't have to worry about the pressure getting to him early and can trust Wilson to win within 2 seconds. But this doesn't mean that Rodgers only lived in the shallow part of the field to convert on these high leverage downs. Here's a 3rd and 9 just before the 2-minute warning. The Jets come out in shotgun with 3 receivers to the right side and a lone X on the opposite, while the Patriots come out with 2 deep safeties and 6 in the box. But let's back up for a second. The whole reason the Jets are in a 3rd and long situation rather than a 3rd and medium, like they were just moments before, is due to a false start on their right tackle. The Jets of old, the Jets over the past half decade or so, would often get hit with a penalty like this and have it derail their momentum. But these Jets seem to take it in stride. Now, this time, with the 2 deep safeties, the Patriots will actually play cover 2, with both of them dropping into deep halves of the field. But New York has the perfect counter to it, with tight end Tyler Conklin running a skinny post route into the parting safety C's. Rodgers barely has to step into this one to throw a perfect pass over the linebackers and in front of the DBs for another big gain on 3rd down. Take that, Mel Kiper.
Neither comes this time, and Rodgers goes deep and finds the open man at the 47-yard.
I brought up previous eras of the Jets because I think this 3rd down efficiency Rodgers and the team displayed on Thursday night is a good encapsulation of why this iteration feels different. While nobody's penciling in the Patriots for the playoffs, they do have a formidable defense, and I think what the Jets did on offense was impressive, even if New England's unit didn't do them any favors. We can see this different feeling bear itself out in the stats too. Granted, the sample size is much smaller through only 3 games versus an entire 17-game season, but the 2024 Jets are converting on 56.8% of their 3rd downs compared to the 2023 team's 25.8%. And we can break these down to just passing numbers and see that, so far, Rodgers has been much more aggressive in these situations than Zach Wilson was. He's averaged 10.1 yards per attempt and picked up 15 first downs through the air, compared to Wilson's 5.7 and 32 through 12 games. And where they've really shined, I think, in the early part of the season has been their efficiency on 3rd downs with 7 to 10 yards to go. Last year, they converted only 20.7% of the time. This year, they're converting at a 77.8% rate, and Rodgers has a perfect passer rating in these situations. To put this into even better perspective, the Jets this year have already converted on 7 3rd downs with 7 to 10 yards to go through 3 games, while the 2023 Jets did so just 12 times through 17. The offense looks different because it is different. They're more efficient, they're smarter, and the quarterback is elevating the skill players around him rather than having those skill players have to cover for him. Of course, it's still early in the season, but the Jets are building up my trust in them quickly. They have the horses to keep the ball moving, and then put it in Rodgers' hands in 3rd and mediums or shorts. If he can keep cashing those checks with his arms, and apparently his legs, New York is going to be a playoff team. On Thursday night, he looked like an elite point guard. Whether it was taking what was given to him, like hitting Lazard on this little alert pass to let him take it in for the score, setting his guys up, like this lead pass to Conklin on 3rd and 9, or just calling his own number with a few scrambles, Rodgers showed he still has a high level of control over the game to keep his offense in rhythm. As long as he stays fresh and mostly upright, I think this Jets offense is only going to get more powerful. For the first time in a long time, the Jets finally have someone who can fly this plane. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to give it a like if you did enjoy it and consider subscribing to the channel so you can catch the next one. Thanks, bye.